Welcome to the Codex Prime Podcast. We are on episode 129, and it is Thursday, July 26, 2018. I am your host, Victor Omoayo, and with me, as always, is my co-host and social media chair, Carl Byrd.
What's good, yo?
Yes, indeed, man. We are talking about a bunch of geek stuff, particularly San Diego Comic-Con 2018, the highlights from the show this past weekend, and some fantastic trailers that dropped, and some other news items as well in the nerd verse,
Which all pretty much still came from Comic-Con.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yo, Comic-Con has ruled. They just ruled our airways. And I tried my hardest to keep everybody updated.
Yeah, I hear you,
It's
man.
a lot.
Yeah, man. It's like just the geek train is unstoppable.
I'm okay with that.
No, I'm okay with it too. Like, I got so many comics that I've read and I am reading right now, which I'll get into in
I've
a
been
moment.
spending so much money on comics within the last month. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, man. I hear you. Like, for me, it's with all this, at the rate that I'm going, I'm gonna have to buy 2 more long boxes, practically, and just create storage in my basement for them.
I mean, I'm just using shoe boxes because I've always used shoe boxes growing up, and then B, it just kind of makes it look like I have a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, if you pour a liquid in a tall glass, it looks like you have more, but then you have a short glass.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's basically like when you go into a bar. It looks like they're pouring forever, but it's not as much as you can really get.
I gotcha. And yes, what's up, Kyle?
What's good?
Yeah, thank you for joining us. And I want to give you a big shout out, my friend.
Congratulations, man.
Yes, as well as Eddie and Brian for starting your brand new podcast, which you debuted just a couple days ago, the UWO, the Urban World Order. Episode 1, you're talking about wrestling, all things wrestling, WWE, Indies, New Japan, you name it. If it's in the squared circle, these 3 fellows got you covered.
Yep. So make sure you check them out on Anchor. You can download the Anchor app and listen to them right then and there.
Oh yes, indeed. And oh yes, make no mistake, the 3 of you will be at our SummerSlam NXT episode in the coming weeks.
Oh, it's gonna be on.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's gonna be on.
And also, for all you Facebook Live viewers out there, you might be wondering, hey, Victor, what's with those sweet, sweet white headphones you got on your head? Well, Studio has been so generous to be a sponsor of the Codex Prime Podcast.
Yes, we finally got our first sponsor.
Yes, man. So we're doing it. So
Yep,
far.
Studio headphones. Right now, you see Victor. He's wearing the Regent design, which is their premium on-ear headphone design, on-ear model. Impeccable with instrumental tones and well-balanced sound. Would you agree?
Absolutely.
I'm really screaming into your ear. How do you like?
It's like fluffy pillows going into my ear canals.
So why don't you listen? See, now I want to listen to Morgan Freeman talk. With those, yeah. So, and they also have 24 plus hours of battery life and 20 days standby life. So these things pretty much last forever. High quality sound and very fashionable.
Yes, absolutely fashionable, and they're also Bluetooth capable.
Yep, capable to. They are compatible with any device that has Bluetooth capability, and also the auxiliary cord. In case you don't need to use it. So, and it all fits to the Scandinavian design. And also, if you want to get your very own Studio headphones, go to studio.com and then use the promo code Codex to get 15% off.
That's right, 15% off. Sweet deal right there, man. So yes, Studio, thank you very much for sponsoring our program. And we just we coming out. We coming out. We started from the bottom and now we're here.
We're getting there.
We're getting there. Yeah. Started from the bottom, now we're getting there. That's a good song title.
Yes.
And welcome to the show, Curtis Ward. joining us.
Kurt.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. What you been up to this past week?
Well, I've been spending tons of money and time. Well, for one, I've been moving, still packing up and moving stuff. Like, everybody knows how much of a pain in the ass that is.
Yes.
But also, on my downtime, been reading many of the comic books that I've been, like all the story arcs that I've been reading, like the Spider-Man, Wakanda Forever, which the next one just came out yesterday, which is the X-Men Wakanda Forever. So it picks up exactly where Spider-Man came up, where Spider-Man picked up.
Yep.
So now the Dora Milaje, already in the U.S., they will be teaming against the X-Men to go against the lovely Nakia, who has gone crazy and turned into Malice.
Yep.
All right. Also, I got into I've been on my Netflix kick and watching some very interesting documentaries, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
Okay, one is the Rise. It's called The Rise of the Super Gamer. It's actually the main focus on the esports world and it follows a couple of. Don't forget you're ducking me in Street Fighter. Listen, you can catch these hands, Kyle. You can catch these hands.
Here comes a new challenger.
Yeah, I'm in Florida. Adrian's in Florida, where Roman Reigns is. Where Roman Reigns is from.
Oh, Pensacola.
Yeah. So guess what? Guess who's do the math? That means Adrian's drinking Roman Reigns' bathwater.
Oh.
Yeah, I said it.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, watch out for Florida Man. He's the greatest supervillain of our time.
Oh, Jesus.
But yeah, go
But
on.
anyway, he's the Rise of the Super Gamer. It follows three basically teenagers, some within the age ranges between like 17 and 25, where they basically just follows them to join in joining the esports world, joining in certain teams in certain video games. The names I just can't really. Adrian responded. The names of the games are escaping me right now, but it's just amazing how like these people just completely shut their lives down just to become super gamers and only compete for like what $5,000, $10,000 prizes. But it's like, so one of them was still in high school. He comes home from school, video games.
Wow, not even homework.
I mean, hopefully he does his homework, but like, it's just video games. The ones that are out of school is like they actually end up moving into like these dorms with their video game with their sports players, their teammates, and just practice for hours on end.
Wow, is this like fighting games or?
All types of games, really.
Okay, wow, it's like a career right there, not just a hobby.
It pretty much is, and it's just like it's so time consuming. Even one of them was like, "Don't get a girlfriend."
Well, I mean, get a girlfriend that is also a gamer or is open to gaming.
But there's no like time. It's just practice because you're competing to be the best in the world.
Okay.
So you have to dedicate all that time to just gaming in your specific game that you're competing in. So it's definitely on Netflix. I urge anybody to check it out and just to see like, if you're really thinking about creating an esports team, you should definitely watch this just to see like if you're up for that, because it's a lot of work. Like I love gaming. I got my Madden pre-ordered. I got my Spider-Man pre-ordered.
Okay.
But I'm not going to spend that much time playing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're just playing for like prize money and all this.
Yeah, that's right. And fame.
Yeah. I mean, granted, those are like some pretty hefty cash prizes, but still, it's like, man, it's like, when is too much of a good thing, I'd say.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. And
So yeah, Rise of the Super Gamer.
yes, Rise of the Super Gamer. I definitely recommend you guys watch that. Also, I checked out this docuseries. It's 2 seasons, 8 episodes altogether. It's called The Toys That Made Us. And each episode actually tells the story of like how the toys that we grew up with, how they came about, how they skyrocketed to, billion dollar businesses to some for catching bankrupt, almost going bankrupt.
Yeah.
Or somehow, and they're still standard. A lot of them have like very remarkable stories. Like Legos, for one, they were actually originally going to be called automatic building bricks.
Yeah, not a very sexy name.
No, not at all. And the name actually, he got Lego from basically the Dutch words for play well.
Oh.
And they just took out some letters and just put them together and just Lego.
Okay.
Barbie was an interesting episode. It was actually I want to say it was German, but let's just say German for now. It was actually a German toy, a German doll, based on a comic strip of a girl who was basically a slut. Barbie was inspired by a German slut.
What?
Barbie was a.
Oh, okay. Well, I understand that. Granted, like pretty much like German, like I know, like thinking about like it's not a fairy tale, but I know Barbie's not a fairy tale, but like German fairy tales are like very dark anyway. So I could see Barbie's origins like being equally dark as well. Okay.
Yeah, and it's just like in in that episode where oh my god, it was so much, and I'm like completely drawing a blank. I really should have been taking. From now on, I just got to make sure I take notes every time I watch stuff.
Yeah.
But like, what was that? G.I. Joe actually originated from like a film from like the 40s or 50s. At least just that name. And the original G.I. Joes was just literally one of those figures that a lot of artists just use to like help draw bodies and stuff.
Yeah.
They literally just took a Ken doll, took his head, slapped it on. And that was it. Put army fatigue on him, and we got G.I. Joe.
Wow.
I mean, so many. Hello Kitty was like the last episode. Hello Kitty has been around for like 40 years.
Really?
Yeah, and there's more characters than just the one Hello Kitty.
Oh, I did not
And
know
the
that.
character's actually British.
Really? It's not Japanese?
No.
Wow.
It's created by, it's like Mario, an Italian plumber made by Japanese people.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Hello Kitty is basically the same thing because they said that in Japan it was like at that time when she was created. So I want to say like the 70s or so. Living in England was like the ideal country to live in.
I see. Okay.
So yeah, I definitely recommend that series. You actually can get by it like so fast at like 1 hour episode, 40-minute 1 hour episodes each, and 2 seasons, 4 episodes each season. You can knock it out. It's actually something I would like to do. Like I would like to do a whole entire episode out with some guests. I have a couple in mind.
Yeah.
Who are like big toy collectors. So that would definitely be an interesting episode. Didn't you have any figures back in the day?
I had a handful. Like when I was a kid, like I used to collect Hot Wheels more than any other.
Mattel's like second biggest property.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they didn't do Hot Wheels, but they mentioned it in the Barbie episode.
Yeah. Yeah, like I had like a handful of like Ninja Turtle figures, maybe like 1 or 2 Transformers. Like
They did Transformers.
Yeah, but yeah, for me it was always Hot Wheels.
Transformers. Transformers was basically like created and like on the whim.
Oh yeah, I believe.
No, it was literally like they created the toys, and it was like, okay, how are you gonna sell them? Like, what's gonna make them so special? We're gonna make a comic.
Oh yeah, they had to justify.
No, it just literally was like, we're gonna make a comic. Who's gonna make a comic? So they end up. I think Marvel ended up teaming up with them and making the original Transformers comics books. The little comics that came with the with the figures.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also the same with He-Man too.
Yeah.
And they mentioned that god awful movie.
Oh, Master.
Highlights it.
Oh, Masters of the Universe?
It was. I was like, just this. I didn't even know Courtney Cox was in it.
Yeah, she was.
And I'm just looking at this. I'm like, this is awful.
Yeah, man.
Like the movie brought in characters that nobody knew about.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was fine. It was just it was actually a more hilarious thing just to watch and be like, wow, this is awful.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I had a lot. I used to have those WWE, WWF at the time, those LJN figures that were like what, like 7 inches tall.
Yeah.
But they were just rubber and they just stood still.
Yeah, they just had like the arm poses like that.
Yep. And I made it work. I had a good amount of them, so I just like. I used to make up my own episode, and I had the ring also. Mm-hmm. My pop spoiled me with that, so I used to just made up my own matches. Not to mention, like say, I would like substitute. Like say I had a Jake the Snake figure. Mm-hmm. That Jake the Snake figure was Bret Hart if I wanted him in a match. The closest whoever looked like him, that was another person. Wow. So I didn't have Undertaker.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's surprising.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Hercules Hernandez was the Undertaker. Because the doll looked just like him.
Wow. Hey, the power of childhood imagination, man.
Yeah, I had a crazy imagination.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. You had to make do sometimes.
I definitely did. Just looking back at it, I'm just... Good times.
Yeah.
Good times. My world crashed when my cousin Joe, he was like, the room was a mess. Mm-hmm. He was trying to get to something. The wrestling ring was in his way, and he just threw it.
Damn.
Threw it across, broke the steel post, and it just I was done. Like, if you ever wanted to see, like, a destroyed version of me, get a time machine and go back to that very moment. Like, my life, like, crashed.
Wow. Yeah, I'm so inconsiderate, dude.
Yeah, he was destructive. It's very destructive. Wow. I just brought back a sad. Wow. That was sad.
Yeah, I can understand, man. I mean, if somebody destroyed my ring, I never had a ring, but if I had one and if someone destroyed it, I would have sworn a blood oath, and I would have made sure that they
so close to it.
Yeah.
But I was just too big. I was just too heartbroken.
Yeah, I swear a blood oath of vengeance, man.
Oh, man. Wow. If I knew about blood oaths and vengeance, I would have, at that time, would have had it. I mean, I played with that thing every day.
Yeah. It's funny, like, having those wrestling action figures, and, like, you end up, like, creating shows that are better than the ones on TV.
Sure did.
Yep. I mean, I can imagine, like maybe today's generation of kids, like, they'll buy a Roman Reigns doll and have him be a jobber, like, every single match. That'd be awesome. Oh, he coming out in the pre-show, Roman Reigns. He's the big dog of the pre-show. Yeah. That's hilarious.
You just wanted to get out of some Roman hate, huh?
Oh yeah, just had to get that out of the way, you know. Just because Vince says you're the guy doesn't mean you're the guy. But anyway, anything else you got?
Other than that, that's it. All I really got, I gotta take more. I wanted to take notes. Mm-hmm. I wanted to take notes, but then my cousin actually ended up FaceTiming me and her daughter, and that just completely just derailed my whole schedule with that. So, but shout outs to them. It was definitely a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
So.
That's cool.
Yeah. So what the hell you been up to?
Man, well, I just ended my summer gig. It just came to an end.
Oh, okay.
5 weeks are up. So big shout outs to TD Nation at the University of Rhode Island Talent Development Program. And so for the next month, we'll be back at our Tuesday schedule. So start next week. So that's a welcome change of pace. I've been reading comics left and right.
It's official. You're a bigger hater than Kyle.
Wow. I mean, that sounds like a dubious honor, but I'll wear that with pride.
We've been established that you were a villain, though.
Yeah. I mean, just because I have different opinions doesn't make me a villain. I'm the Tommaso Ciampa of this podcast, but anyway.
Shout outs to Ed.
Yeah.
I didn't see the match, but I was like, damn.
Yeah, I haven't seen the match yet. But speaking of wrestling, I have been catching up on the past 3 weeks of NXT programming.
Yeah.
So like I haven't like sat down and watched them all through. I just like fast forwarded to like the most interesting matches.
Yeah.
Like the one match from there was one match from the July 11th show of NXT, which was the tag team match between Mustache Mountain versus the Undisputed Era and Mustache Mountain. They're defending the NXT Tag Team Championships. Yo, that match was that match was that match was fire, man. That was definitely one of the best matches of the year.
I don't think I've ever seen a bad Undisputed Era match.
No, like, and they have such excellent chemistry with Mustache Mountain and Pete Dunne when they have British Strong Style. The week before, I think it was the July 4th or 5th edition of NXT. I think there was a 6-man tag between the Undisputed Era with Adam Cole versus Mustache Mountain and Ricochet.
Shut up.
Yo, that match, the crowd was so into it. Like that's another match of the year candidate right there.
I think by now we probably just it's July.
Yeah.
Almost August.
Mm-hmm.
And we've already like filled up 5 slots for a possible match of the year.
Yeah.
It's been a decent year of wrestling.
It absolutely has. Like this year, like already.
With the exception of WrestleMania.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have to talk about that one. But that one, we've been spoiled rotten as wrestling fans already. And we just have like we're 7 months into the year, and it's like, man, you can make a list of top 10 matches of the year already.
Yeah.
And those two aforementioned matches on NXT definitely would be added to that.
The past 5 main events from...
And the past 5 events from TakeOver.
Yeah.
The TakeOver main events.
205 Live's been like last night. Excuse me. Tuesday nights, the Fatal 4-Way was dope.
I haven't seen it yet, but I want to.
And guess what? It was still a full house.
Wow, nobody left?
Nobody left.
That's amazing.
205 Live's on the come up.
Yeah, man. But yeah, that match, Mustache Mountain Undisputed Era for the NXT Tag Team titles, awesome match. 5 stars, I'd give it. I still have to watch this week's NXT episode. Actually, no, not this week's. Is it this week's? Yeah, I think it's this week's
Aleister
NXT.
Black against Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah, so I haven't watched that yet,
Yeah,
but I heard that match is also another potential match of the year candidate.
Jesus Christ!
Just like boom, 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 week after week, man. Why can't Raw do that? Why can't SmackDown do that? I mean, but then again, it helps when NXT doesn't have the big dog on their roster, but or the big pup, as I like to call him, but. Yeah, I've been catching up with that. So I'll definitely watch the Ciampa Black match after this podcast. I've been reading a whole slew of comics left and right. Like I finally started reading Miles Morales, Ultimate Spider-Man, which was originally published in 2011.
Yeah.
And so I read the first volume, the first Ultimate Collection. So that's like the first 12 issues.
Yeah.
And it's very impressive. Very impressive. Like, I really like it. It's basically Miles Morales. He gets bitten by a radioactive spider, which was inadvertently brought home by his uncle, known as the Prowler. Yeah, who's a big-time thief and all-around reprobate. And, so you kind of see their relationship and how Miles has to struggle with being the new Spider-Man because Peter Parker just died. And, he's walking around with the costume, and people are like, that's some bad taste, dude. Yeah, and he has some interesting powers. Like he still has to use web shooters, but in the first volume he doesn't have those, so he's not swinging around. But he has this venom touch, where like he can touch you, like there's like little like barbs at his fingertips.
Yeah,
and then like you just like get into like basically like a convulsion, like a body shock.
Yeah,
you'll be rendered unconscious, and that same effect could be used for like electrical objects as well. And he has some super agility and a bit of super strength as well. So like I really like the Miles Morales comic. Like I'm surprised it's taken me this long to get around to reading that series, but I really dig it. It was originally written by Brian Michael Bendis, who's now working with DC.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you haven't read the Ultimate Spider-Man by Brian Michael Bendis with Miles Morales, definitely check that out. Like you can probably order the trade paperbacks online for cheap. There's 3 volumes of the Ultimate Spider-Man by Bendis, which were published in 2015, which were collections of the 2011 series. So check those out if you're interested, if you're a Miles Morales fan. And plus, it'll be good timing too, because this December is Into the Spider-Verse, which features Miles Morales as well. So,
but it features Into the Spider-Verse features all of them, right?
I think a lot of them. I know Miles Morales is one of them. Peter Parker, obviously, and a couple others that I can't.
Spider-Gwen, I believe, is one of them.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. So yeah, I've been reading that. I've been reading Green Lanterns, dope series.
New 52 or Rebirth.
Rebirth.
Okay.
Rebirth/Universe, same continuity. And that's a really dope series. I really like Green Lanterns a lot. I'm also starting to read Volume 2 of Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps.
Okay.
Also a dope series.
So the other Green Lantern you was reading was Jonathan Stewart?
Oh, no, Green Lanterns. It's with 2 Green Lanterns, and they're defending Earth. It's Simon Baz and Jessica Cruz. And they're very 2 interesting characters with their own idiosyncrasies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm on volumes 5 and 6, so I've been reading those.
Dope.
Yeah. And also just trying to collect some more back issues of comics as well that I've been missing.
eBay, Amazon.
Yep. Yeah. And also, there's also a really good website, Midtown Comics.
Shout outs to Bunny. She works there.
Oh, she does?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, Midtown Comics, it's in Times Square, New York.
There's like 3 locations, but I think the main one is in Times Square.
Yeah.
And I think that's the one that she works at as well.
Yeah, because I was looking up, because I was trying to order some back issues that I couldn't find in any of the comic shops here in Rhode Island.
Right.
So I was like, okay, like comic stores, back issues online. Then Midtown Comics was the first result that popped up, and I was looking through it. I was like, oh, wow, they have exactly what I need. So I'm getting those in the mail pretty soon.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I said, shout out to my girl Bunny,
Yeah. Aside from that, that's pretty much it. I got a few new movies coming up on the horizon that I plan on watching soon.
Oh, you didn't watch any of them this week?
No. Like I said, I watched Sorry to Bother You, which I reviewed a week or 2 ago. Yeah. And I know tomorrow is Mission Impossible Fallout, which I hear has gotten some fantastic reviews.
Yeah, still the movie that ruined Superman and for Justice. That ruined Justice.
Yeah, I definitely want to watch that, so I'm gonna watch that. There's another interesting documentary that's still out in theaters called 3 Identical Strangers, which it's about like 3 triplets that were separated at birth, and they all lived like very separate lives, and then they reunited at some point. Like I hear that's a fascinating documentary.
So it's basically sister, but triplets.
I wouldn't go that far. I think there's way more to it than that, but I want to watch it in theaters when I get the chance before next week's episode.
Okay. Have you guys checked out John Schnepp's stuff?
Oh yeah. Oh, I have not checked out John Schnepp's stuff. John Schnepp. He was I think he was a creator of Metalocalypse, I believe, and he was also a co-host of Collider.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, he passed away, I believe, last week of a stroke.
Damn.
Yeah, he was only in his early 50s, so
jeez, yeah, that's young.
Gone way too soon. But I hear he did some really really cool stuff too. So I'll check out his stuff at some point.
Okay.
So yeah, that's pretty much what I have on my end. And before we get into the news and headlines and San Diego Comic-Con highlights, once again, big shout outs to our sponsor Studio for the wonderful Regent headphones.
That's right. 24 hours of active battery life, 20 plus for standby life, wireless Bluetooth compatibility, and auxiliaries if you want to use that instead.
Yep.
And how they sounding?
Sounding fantastic.
Really awesome. So yeah, just go on studio.com and use the promo code Codex to get 15% off.
That's right. Sweet deal, sweet headphones.
There you go.
Yeah. Now on to the news and items of interest here. Starting with a rather unfortunate one. James Gunn has been fired from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Yes.
Marvel and Disney fired the director due to numerous old offensive tweets he made nearly 10 years ago in 2009. The tweets consisted of shocking jokes about rape and pedophilia. The tweets were dug up by conservative pundit Jack Posobiec and Mike Cernovich, who basically like weaponized outrage, like digging up stuff because he criticized Trump. Gunn issued a statement on July 20th saying, quote, "My words of nearly a decade ago were, at the time, totally failed and stupid, not at all funny."
Not at all.
Yep.
Not at all.
No. Wildly insensitive and certainly riot provocative like I had hoped, but also because they don't reflect the person I am today or have been for some time, end quote. Gunn was originally scheduled to appear at the San Diego Comic-Con, but it was canceled as a result of the news.
Yeah, about that, I mean, Disney as a company has done some racist shit.
Yeah, absolutely. Song of the South, anyone?
Oh, my God. What was it? Fantasia?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're referring to?
No, Song of the South was an unreleased, unofficially unreleased Disney movie. It was from the 40s. It was basically like centered on this old black actor. I forget his name, but he played like this happy-go-lucky slave talking to animated creatures.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's as bad as it sounds.
Okay. Jim Crow from Dumbo.
Yep.
And then there was like a Minotaur who looked like a black person in Fantasia.
Mm-hmm.
There's some other ones.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't that innocent.
No, not at all. And I think that James Gunn being fired over the tweets he made 10 years ago is absolutely bullshit. And he apologized for them.
Yeah, he apologized, and exactly like he's a different guy. Like just imagine, Jay-Z has said that the F word that's derogatory to the LGBTQ community.
Yep.
He said that in music, but yet in 444,
mm-hmm.
he's embracing his mother coming out the closet.
Yeah.
He was a different person back then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like people change, over the years, and it's been like 10 years since his tweets. And yeah, like counter arguments have been made, like, well, James Gunn, he was a grown man in his 40s. Of how much change can he go through at that point?
He can go through a lot of change. So
yeah,
it's like,
yeah, and at the time, like, and mind you, I think it's so dumb. One of the reasons why it's so dumb that Marvel and Disney fired James Gunn is because, like, they knew what type of movies he was making before Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, he was part of, like, the whole trauma, like, schlocky horror comedy movies, like Slither. And he also made this movie called Super, which stars Rainn Wilson, who plays, like, a, wannabe superhero in a costume. You know what happens to Rainn Wilson in that movie?
He became Dwight.
No.
Well,
no.
Oh, in the movie,
In the movie, spoiler alert, Rainn Wilson in Super, directed by James Gunn, he gets raped by Ellen Page. Okay? So, and Disney obviously saw that and goes, you know what? He'd be a good fit for Guardians of the Galaxy. Here you go. And now they want to fire him over these nonsense tweets.
Politically correct, where they had to do damage control, but a lot of people are like in his defense.
Oh yeah,
Batista spoke for him. I think Chris Pratt has.
Mm-hmm.
Host of others.
Yeah, Zoe Saldana.
Yeah. There's another woman too who's just. I'm drawing a blank, and I'm drawing another blank too. But it's like I think he'll possibly get his job back, because I think at this point they started.
Mm-hmm. Well.
No, they got the screenplay. Excuse me.
Yeah, I think that like his firing doesn't have anything to do with political correctness so much as it's just weaponized outrage.
Yeah.
Because like the two people that dug up his stuff are like two right-wing trolls that the only reason why they went after Gunn was because he was criticizing Donald Trump on his Twitter feed. And these right-wing trolls, they were like, "Oh, well, you know what? We'll dig up some old tweets and make him look bad." And
so that means the podcast is about to get canceled because you hear all this, you read the shit you say about that.
Yeah, I would love to see them try. Fuck them. Fuck right-wing trolls. And you know what? it's and you know what, those two right-wing troll motherfuckers who dug up those tweets, they're not innocent because I think, what was it, Cernovich, he started that whole stupid ass Pizzagate conspiracy. Basically, like, he claimed that like Hillary Clinton was running some pedophile ring in some local pizzeria in Washington D.C. No, it sounds
That's why I'm like, yeah, because it sounds so ridiculous.
yeah, it sounds so ridiculous, but then some idiot right-wing troll in real life took an AK and went to that pizzeria and shot up the place.
Wow.
Yeah, because he thought it was real. Oh my god! And those two right-wing troll motherfuckers, they still got jobs. And Gunn is fired. That's absolute BS. Absolute BS. So,
I'm sure there's a hashtag going around, like a hashtag rehire Gunn.
Oh yeah, rehire James Gunn. That is a
Oh,
real
is it
hashtag.
really?
Yep.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you know what? For Disney, you know, not being loyal to James Gunn after giving him 2 hits in a row, like if I was Gunn, I'd be like, you know what? Fuck off. I see you showed your true colors. So you know what? No, go find somebody else. You know, and you know what? I mean, maybe Gunn would come back because there's money to be made, and of course, there's like a sense of family or community among the cast members. But yeah, like if he chooses not to come back because of Disney's disloyalty, I wouldn't blame him.
He said, "Fuck all of them."
Yeah. Yeah.
Kyle agrees with you.
Yeah.
So what's next? Buffy the Vampire Slayer to be rebooted with a black lead.
Yes.
The title role, famously played by Sarah Michelle Gellar in the original series, will now be played by a black actress. No word on who will be cast as of right now. Monica Owusu-Breen, hopefully I said that right.
Yep.
Will serve as the showrunner and writer. She previously worked with Joss Whedon on ABC's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Whedon will serve as executive producer and will co-write the script with Owusu-Breen.
Yeah. Have you watched Buffy?
Not really. I wasn't really into it.
No, I haven't.
I did like Angel though.
I know Angel was a spin-off of Buffy,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. I've never seen an episode, but I've wanted to for the longest time. I know for a number of years, I know the original series was on Netflix. I don't think it is anymore.
I could look.
Yeah, but hey, you know what? I dig this. You know, Joss Whedon always puts out good work, and I've heard universal praise for the original show when it was originally on the air. So, and I know John Haponic's a big fan of Buffy. So
Didn't Josh Whedon do half of Justice League?
yeah, he did. Well, he took over from Zack Snyder because
Yeah.
of that family tragedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, Joss Whedon, he had to work with what he was given. So
Yeah, okay.
But-
In his defense.
yeah.
Now Buffy's not on
No, Netflix.
it's not on
anymore?
Netflix.
Yeah, they took it off.
Like what comes up is like Charmed, Supernatural, Vampire Diaries. Supernatural's going into its 14th season.
That's still on the air?
Yeah.
Wow. That's big ups, man.
That's a lot of seasons. Like I thought about watching it and I was just like, that's a lot of seasons. I can't do it.
Especially if they're like 24, 25 episodes each. It's like, no, I'm not doing that.
Are they really that much?
Oh, I'm not sure. Because you know,
now I
like,
gotta check.
because you know, because it was commonly, thankfully, like most TV shows are like, you know, a dozen episodes per season, but like, you know, the cable TV shows, like they go like 24, 25.
Yeah, 22 episodes.
Yeah, no, I'm good. That's why I didn't. That's why I've never gotten into the Arrowverse, like Arrow and the Flash, because they're like 23, 24 episodes per season. I was like,
Yeah, you have to like watch those like week by week just to.
yeah, that's a commitment. But yeah, going back to this headline, you know, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'm looking forward to this. You know, and it's by co-written by Joss Whedon, who was the original creator. So I'm looking forward to seeing what him and Monica Owusu-Breen will bring to the table with this new version.
Check. All right.
Yeah. And we got some other news here. Robert De Niro and Zazie Beetz joined the Joker origin film starring Joaquin Phoenix. De Niro will play a talk show host who is somehow instrumental in the Joker's origin. And Beetz will play a single mother who catches the Joker's eye and is also key to his origin story.
Things just gets weirder and weirder every time I hear about it.
You know, I'm looking forward to it. because I want to see what this standalone non-DCEU Joker film is gonna look like. I mean, it's got a good pedigree so far. I mean,
Well, I'm still gonna watch it too, but it's just like it's just stuff that I can't picture as of right now.
yeah,
But then again, sometimes I have been proven wrong before. I couldn't picture Josh Brolin as Cable. He knocked it out of the park.
yeah. And
Racist stuff. I'm not racist.
I'm not racist. Jesus Christ. Oh man. And I remember like 10 years ago, like we couldn't picture Heath Ledger playing the Joker until we saw The Dark Knight.
Yeah,
And I was
and
like, man, he set the
still
bar.
holds up.
Yeah.
Still holds up today.
Yeah.
10 years later. Still the best one out of the trilogy.
Absolutely. And Joaquin Phoenix is an excellent actor, so
Yeah.
he's gonna knock it out of the park. And it's definitely gonna be. It's automatically better than Jared Leto. I'll say that. We haven't even seen 1 ounce of footage yet. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I think it's coming out next year, next October.
All right.
And last headline here. You wanted to take a look at this?
Microsoft working on a streaming-only console.
Yeah.
I gotta sneeze. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Microsoft's next console, the code name for the system is Project Scarlet Cloud, which will be a game streaming box / subscription service that's going to be much cheaper than a traditional Xbox console, and it's going to utilize cloud technologies to provide high quality gaming with little computational power from the box itself. Instead, most of the software will run externally via streaming as part of a subscription service similar to Netflix or what NVIDIA currently offers with the NVIDIA Shield, and this was reported by Games Radar. Scarlet Cloud, which is the next official Xbox console, will release in conjunction with the next traditional Xbox successor in 2020. So, yeah, so in 2020 we're gonna have Project Scarlet, which is the code name for the next official traditional Xbox console, and Scarlet Cloud is gonna be like the strictly streaming version of that. So what do you think about that concept of a streaming only console?
That sucks.
Yeah.
Like, people like being able to play games and stream on only one console.
Yeah, and like actually collect the hard copies of games. Like
Yeah,
discs.
like they're just trying to get more money out of us, and not to mention a lot of people say, "Oh, my Xbox, that's just a Netflix box." From what I heard, I'm a PlayStation guy, so
Yeah, and I mean, on the one hand, like I can see the usefulness of a streaming only console, but I mean, especially like if it's like Netflix, where if you pay a subscription fee and like you can actually try out different games at once instead of having to like buy games and whatnot, and trade it back at GameStop for like 1/3 the price. But at the same time, it's like there's not a sense of ownership there. It's like you're just subscribing to a whole bunch of data, and it's like, oh, and you don't really have a game collection. It's like, oh, I played this game, that game, this game, but and then plus streaming, the quality is going to be compromised. It's because it depends on bandwidth and what happens if there's lag or if your power goes out, or rather if your internet goes out. It's like, oh, great, well, I guess I'll let this box collect dust right now,
Yep.
or use it as a doorstop, But you know what? I'm thinking that streaming versions of future consoles might be practical or might be reasonable, but I hope that that's not going to be the industry trend moving forward.
I hope not too, because like I don't know, I just rather have it all in one.
Yeah, like streaming have an actual disc drive, like a regular console.
Yeah, it's just a regular console. Like what we have, it's not broken.
Yeah,
You're trying to fix something that's not broke.
I agree. Yeah, it's like it's trying to reinvent the wheel, kind of.
Exactly.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll see what the future holds for this and the next generation of consoles. But yeah, we got some San Diego Comic-Con 2018 highlights coming at you.
One day I will go.
Man, you gonna take that plane ride 3,000 miles across?
Why the fuck not? It's a damn vacation.
It is, but I mean,
You go there and you're just in your nerd haven, and then you get like exclusive like trailers, like you're there in the moment. Which is, I mean, like you're just there. I enjoy going to Comic Cons. I'll be representing us in New York Comic Con this coming October.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, Paul, I'll stick to my PS4 on Roku.
Hey, that's smart.
But
And yeah, we got some trailers that dropped at Comic-Con as well. So
Yeah.
we'll go through a handful of them. First one is the Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald, which is the sequel to Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the Harry Potter prequel series.
that's what that is. My thought is this: I never seen the first Fantastic Beasts
Mm-hmm. Me neither.
or neither Harry Potter film. I get cussed out for that all the time.
Yeah, shame,
I just never got into it. Sorry.
shame.
But Johnny Depp coming into the mix,
Yep.
that's gonna give that franchise like some more like clout. I mean, I'm sure Fantastic Beasts, the first one did pretty well, right?
It did.
And there's Johnny Depp will be that franchise Viagra.
Well, not quite, because of the controversy of him by his, I believe his ex-wife Amber Heard, who was also at Comic-Con. You know, there were allegations that she made against Depp being a wife beater, and Depp's image has taken a somewhat significant hit. So, so there are a lot of fans who object to his being in the next Fantastic Beasts film. Some are like trying to like, I guess, hashtag cancel Fantastic Beasts or cancel Depp or whatever.
Well, I mean, I think his performance will probably speak for itself.
Mm-hmm.
He'll probably just do such a good performance that like everybody will just forget about it.
Well, I hope so. I mean, because I do
Johnny
like,
Depp's an amazing actor.
he is. He's made not so amazing choices as far as roles go in the last.
You better not say Edward Scissorhands.
No. Edward Scissorhands was great.
Okay.
I'm talking about like.
This has a hard, sharp edge.
No, I'm talking about like the last like 15, almost like the last 20 years. Like a lot
Blow?
of. What?
Blow?
No. I'm not talking about his good movies. Like a lot of choices he made. Like forget Blow was great, but.
Okay.
Like a lot of choices he made, like Lone Ranger,
Okay, understandable.
Pirates of the Caribbean sequels, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Okay. All right, you made your point.
Yeah, Black Mass was good though. I'll give him that. But yeah, it's like with Johnny Depp.
I started
like,
watching that, but that I was really like getting caught. I really got caught up into the character.
yeah, but yeah, with Johnny Depp, like the last 20 years, it's like he's never he's never seen a makeup kit he didn't like. So like a lot of his roles are just like caked in makeup, just outlandish roles that it's like, what are you doing? You're clearly slumming it.
You know what's crazy? Sometimes I tend to forget what Johnny Depp looks like. He does so many makeup roles.
Pretty much.
But you know what? We don't have no other actor like that in this right now.
That just like goes for outlandish roles like that.
Not even just go out for outlandish roles, but he'll like. Sometimes you forget that that's him. Mm-hmm. Like when he played Whitey Bulger in Black Mass.
Oh yeah.
I tend to forget that was him.
Yeah.
He embodied George Jung.
Yes, he did. Yep. In Blow, with a.
That was such a good movie.
Yeah, his character's mom was such a douche.
She was a bitch. Just say it. Just flat out say it.
Straight up snitching on him to the cops.
Yeah, just.
Yeah. But
such a good movie.
it is. And the first Pirates of the Caribbean is still a fun.
Well, they kept that going because that was a cash cow, so they're gonna keep that going. It still has its loyal fan base. I do like what he does. He gets into Jack Sparrow, his full Jack Sparrow gear, and he visits children's hospitals.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. And he also showed up at Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con in full character as his character from Crimes of Grindelwald.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. You know,
He just I guess he enjoys the whole makeup thing because it's like he has a crazy imagination. Mm-hmm. He could just go full in and just turn into a complete different person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you know Johnny Depp, he has yet to win an Oscar.
Really?
Yeah.
I think he earned it.
Yeah.
Why does it take the Academy forever just to give people Oscars? Like, it took Leonardo DiCaprio forever.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of just like better roles or better acting roles at that time in a given year, or just like maybe a bit of politics as well. It's like some combination of the two.
Because there's a few good ones that never got an Oscar. Like Morgan Freeman have one.
Yeah, he does. $1 Million Baby.
Denzel has 2.
Yep.
Angela Bassett.
Nah. She was nominated for What's Love Got to Do with It.
Got the dude. Can't help it.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's move on to the next trailer. We can talk forever on this.
Oh yeah. So we got the next trailer here, which surprisingly looks good, and it's Aquaman, starring not Roman Reigns, Jason Momoa.
2 words. Underwater Wakanda.
That's apt description. That's an apt description. I like that.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah, you know what? I like what James Wan, the director of this, is bringing to the table. It's a very vibrant for a DCEU film. Besides Wonder Woman, all the other DCEU films are shot with no light.
Okay. I think from what we got in the trailers, it's literally gonna be Black Panther or Lion King.
Yeah, like the same like plot structure
Yeah.
as those two films. You know what? Well, then again, yeah, his brother is a king, and then there might be some elements, but as we said, it's not what you do; it's how you do it. So I really like the vibrant colors, like the creature and set design of the underwater creatures in the world of Atlantis.
If he has a genius sister, I'm done.
Yeah, that would be way too on the nose.
It would. Not to mention Shuri's getting her own comic line
Oh, I heard about
coming
that.
out in December.
Nice.
That's gonna be dope.
Yeah. I like the look of Black Manta, the main villain.
I released a picture of that not too long ago.
Yeah. Yeah. So it actually looks dope. And you know what? If they play their cards right, this might be the DCEU's second good film in their catalog, right after Wonder Woman. Or third, because Wonder Woman 1984.
Did they really just say not enough black people for?
Oh man, but you know what? I'm looking forward to it. Although my only bit of skepticism is that I'm not quite too taken with Jason Momoa's dude bro approach to Aquaman, because I don't imagine Aquaman as a dude bro. I don't know. It's just something that
Women is just it's gonna make money like its first like week, and then that'll be it.
yeah.
I think it's something that's gonna be hyped well. Looks good so far.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna make a shit ton of money because women are attracted to Jason Momoa.
Yep.
But then we're gonna get a shit product.
Well, okay, now, I'm gonna play fair here. I'm gonna say Aquaman might be DCEU's second good movie, so John can have 2 movies he can latch onto. So, I think our friend John Hapai needs to win badly. So I'm hoping.
Shade.
So I'm hoping that Aquaman is good, so we can have something to champion. You know.
Paul says, "Isn't the DCEU dead? Isn't it now the worlds of DC?"
Is it? Is that what they call it in the movie line?
DC ain't on my radar.
I mean, listen.
It is.
I'll tell you, like their comics. They're like DC is killing it with their comics. Like
Marvel's doing their thing too, though.
yeah, I respect to Marvel, but like DCEU, like you can throw a stone and you'll hit like a great series worth following.
Hmm?
So I'm just saying. So I really want to get into Aquaman and Aquaman's comics as well. So you know what? I'm looking forward to it, and Amber Heard as Mera. Hey, looks like a great, strong female lead as well. And speaking of comic books, we have another one coming out April 2019. Oh, and by the way, going back, Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. It comes out November 16th of this year.
Right.
Aquaman comes out December 21st of this year. And in April 2019, we've got Shazam, another DC comic film, which is not part of the DCEU.
Oh, it's not?
No, it isn't.
Because I looked at it, I was like, this ain't going to fit into the DCEU. But then again, they need anything. You know what's crazy?
Mm-hmm.
Shazam probably will get like some good reviews. And then all of a sudden, they'll just like, oh my God, we actually got a good one. Let's put it in the DCEU somehow, some way.
Oh my gosh! And then you make them all like grim dark, like nah.
It's possible. I'm still gonna see it regardless. But I'm just like, so how did he get his powers? He just Happened to go on a subway train. Some weird, creepy old dude just say my name, and all of a sudden he has powers.
Basically, according to the trailer.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, well, granted, the character itself is like old school comic book cheese, like where he's a young kid, he's a young boy, teenager, and when he says Shazam, he becomes a fully grown ass man, played by Zachary Levi, I believe.
Anything he's ever been in before?
He was in that show Chuck. Yeah, it was a somewhat popular show, but I like it. I like what I see so far. It looks fun. It looks like something that that you can play around with that premise. It's basically like Tom Hanks, that movie with Tom Hanks, Big. Yeah,
I've heard that as
a superhero.
Paul Azzola, DC's version of Big.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to like their DC's take on that movie, which is a classic, by the way.
I will see it.
Yeah,
I will go see it.
And as comic book fans know, Shazam is the original Captain Marvel.
It is.
Yeah. So you know, if DC plays their cards right, that might be what 1, 2, 3 good DC movies that John can latch onto, like post you know,
Aquaman.
Yeah, Aquaman. So
but that's still a big if.
It's a big if because at the same time, I was getting some rather strong Green Lantern vibes, as in the movie with Ryan Reynolds, kinda a little bit. So
understandable.
So because remember when Green Lantern came out, when the trailers came out, I'm like, okay, this looks like it could be potentially fun. Then it was a complete trash fire. Yeah. So
Billy Shazam was chosen from his misfortune.
Oh, okay. For his misfortune, what, starring in a DC EU movie?
Byrd.
Boom. Oh man, it was right there. Thank you, John, for that layup.
Yeah, that was.
But you know what? I'm actually looking forward to it. It looks like a fun movie. And you know, DC does need more fun movies under their belt. And you know, it could be a big surprise. It could be just as fun as a Marvel Cinematic Universe film. It could have that charm.
I just had to look back on high five. I don't know. We shall see.
Yeah.
We shall see.
Yep. So Shazam coming at you April 2019.
I may just get Movie Pass and just be like, fuck it. I don't know if I want to pay for $13 to see it.
Hey, Movie Pass is worth it, man. I'm telling you, like $9.95 a month, man.
$20 initially, right?
I think now. Like Movie Pass, sometimes they change their policies for new subscribers, so it might be $9.95 again. But anyway, we got another trailer here as well. Godzilla, King of the Monsters, coming out May 31st of next year.
Millie Bobby Brown's doing a thing.
Yes, she is.
I think he's fighting. I think Godzilla's gonna be fighting like 3 monsters.
Yeah, I think one of which is Mothra.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and there was like a 3-headed Hydra. You know, have you seen the Godzilla film that came out in 2014?
I did.
What did you think of that?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Was it? I mean, because one big criticism I heard of that film, the 2014 Godzilla, was that it was a monster movie that was ashamed of being a monster movie, because like basically every time like you saw Godzilla fighting, it was always on the TV in the background. It just focused on the human characters.
It was more focused on the human character. Yeah, but I think I heard that this is actually a setup for Godzilla versus King Kong.
Oh, because I think Kong Skull Island was going to be part of that universe.
Yeah,
I heard about that too. Yeah, so I looked at the trailer, and you know what? Hopefully it'll be more monsters, less human drama, because people came to see monsters throw down, you know, and
but it was a decent story though.
Mm-hmm.
It was a decent story that did have to do with the monsters, but
but
it was still rather enjoyable. And they said this is the biggest Godzilla like ever.
Oh, like in terms
like the past, like last Godzilla and this one, it was like they took. I read this article like years ago when the last Godzilla came out.
Yeah.
And they said it was the biggest one. They took all the Godzillas from like each movie that came out, including the one with Matthew Broderick. That
God.
that Diddy did a song for. Come with me.
Yeah, and Busta Rhymes was in it too.
No, it was no Billy Page. It was a rock. It was a rock song.
Oh yeah. Gotta remember that video.
And it was Godzilla was basically like a lizard.
Yeah.
Well, Godzilla is a lizard, but like
Yeah.
it looked like a raptor.
Yeah.
Just a bigger raptor.
Mhm.
I gotta find that song. Hold on.
But
Go ahead, keep going.
yeah, you know, it does look interesting, King of the Monsters, and I still haven't seen the original, well, quote unquote original, the 2014 version.
Watch it.
But I'll check that out at some point in preparation for this film, and you know, I will say like the whole monster, the whole like gigantic monster genre has made little bit of somewhat of a resurgence in recent years, starting with the Pacific Rim films.
I heard the second one was garbage.
Me too. I didn't even bother with the second
Me
one.
neither.
The first Pacific Rim, though, it's worth watching once. Like, it's just a fun, disposable film and nothing more.
Yep. See, hopefully it won't be as bad as the early 2000s cars too.
Oh God, man, yeah, no. And also, you know, the original Godzilla film, the Japanese one from 1954, that's a part of the Criterion Collection.
Is it?
Yeah. You know, since Barnes and Noble's Criterion sale,
There we go.
I still get it. That guitar riff was badass, though.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because all I could do was just laugh at this point.
yeah, that's
Jimmy Page, that was his name.
yeah. Oh man, that movie was trash.
It was. It was.
That late '90s CG is terrible, dude.
It doesn't age well. It doesn't age well. Well, Mortal Kombat doesn't age well at all as far as like CGI wise, but it's still like enjoyable. The first one.
Yeah, the first one.
Let me be specific.
Yeah,
The first one.
yeah. Annihilation. We don't talk about that one.
We do not.
We also have another trailer here, which I think you can speak more to, and it's The Walking Dead season 9. God, end the show already.
Yeah, because it's like, I mean, Andrew Lincoln's leaving. Should give you a sign. So I mean, I will still I'm still gonna watch it because I made it this far. I made it this far. I gotta see it through.
Do you really though?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the sunk cost fallacy. You know, basically where you've spent so much time in this case, like you spent so much time watching a show, even though it became trash like 3 seasons ago, because of all the time you already spent watching the show, you feel the need that you have to finish it. So that's like an example of the sunk cost fallacy.
Yeah, and that's what it is. What's Katie? That's my homegirl Katie from work.
Okay, welcome to the show. Yeah, like it's okay to let go, man.
I know. Trust me, I know it is, but it's like I just gotta see it through. It's like now Negan's captured and stuff. I was just like, and they had like an interesting conversation, and then the world just falls apart again. Their world falls apart. It's like a little civil war thing going on. So, let's see what it's about.
Yeah, you
Just
can
tough it. I'll represent for the both of us and tough it out.
Yeah, that's all you, man. And Rick Grimes, he has the gray beard going.
Yeah,
Okay, so looks like this season will take place some years after last one, or is
probably a few months.
a few months?
I wouldn't say it's gonna be right after, but
Yeah. And is Daryl still in it?
yep.
Okay, so I'm guessing he's gonna be like the new head, the new lead character.
What it looks like it's gonna be Maggie, but then Maggie's leaving too, right?
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
This could be it though.
Yeah, I mean, the show's gone on too long, man. It's like
9 years.
9 years.
We watched Carl grow up.
Yeah, he.
We watched Judith grow up for half of it. She actually looks like, well, she don't even look her age because Judith's been a baby for like the past 7 years.
Wait, are they pulling a Nikki from Fresh Prince with Judith?
You kind of say so.
Where she was like an infant in one season, then she's like 5 in the next. Oh man, but you know what? Walking Dead, it's like it's the Undertaker of TV shows.
No, shut up. Shut up.
It's been around too long.
Nope.
2 hip
Nope.
replacements.
Nope.
You know, you can't
Nope.
walk to the ring.
He can walk just fine to the ring.
Yeah, it takes like 10 minutes though.
It's his entrance. He walks slow. Do you want to? No, we're not going to see a fast-paced walking Undertaker. Well, doesn't fit the song. It won't fit.
He can get one of those like elderly scooters.
No,
and
he's
just,
not
like,
going to do that.
Just like motor it down to the ring.
He's not going to do that.
You know, have his little life alert bracelet.
He did. First of all, he did all right against Rusev at the Greatest Royal Rumble.
Not from what I heard, he did.
You didn't watch the Greatest Royal Rumble?
I didn't watch that match.
Oh.
Yeah, I just like skipped around. But yeah, Walking Dead season 9. If you're still one of those fans hanging on, then I salute you. If you're like me and left the train a long time ago, you're not missing anything.
Not really.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, you're really not.
Yeah.
Now coming out
Yes.
January 18, 2019. Go ahead, Vic.
Yo, Glass. It's actually the third part of the Unbreakable trilogy. Like first we had Unbreakable back in 2000 with Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson, which is my favorite M. Night Shyamalan film still. Then you had Split, which came out in 2017 with James McAvoy. And now you have the sequel and the third part to that trilogy called Glass, which is named after Samuel L. Jackson's character, Mr. Glass. And this trailer looks fantastic.
It does.
Like, I'm really looking forward to this movie. And you know what? Big ups to M. Night Shyamalan for making good movies again consistently.
You know what's crazy? Out of all the trailers that premiered at San Diego Comic-Con,
Yeah.
this one had the longest line.
It did?
Yeah.
Wow. I can see why. Like, this movie, it has all 3 characters, James McAvoy, Bruce Willis, and Samuel L. Jackson. And apparently they seem to be patients at this mental hospital. And Sarah Paulson plays this psychologist who... Yeah, Sarah Paulson, she plays a psychologist who specializes in people who believe that they're superheroes or supervillains or they have superpowers. So she's trying to convince David Dunn, Bruce Willis's character, as well as McAvoy and Samuel L. Jackson, that their powers or abilities, quote unquote, are not real, that it's all in their head. And I'm very interested in seeing how Bruce Willis's character ended up in that mental asylum, like what happened to him in between Unbreakable and Glass, because that's like that's a 20-year gap worth of stories right there, because Unbreakable came out in 2000. So I want to see like how he got from that point to now. And Samuel L. Jackson, like apparently he's still kind of a scheming Machiavellian type villain, and apparently it looks like, according to the trailer, it looks like he's trying to strike up some kind of alliance with James McAvoy's split personality character. So and plus you have Anya Taylor-Joy, who was also in Split, who was the main character. She's gonna factor into Glass somehow. So this looks like a fantastic trailer, like a fantastic bit of storytelling. And if this either wraps up or continues the storyline from Unbreakable and Split into future films, hey, I'm all for it.
Now, they're antagonists, though, right? The main characters are antagonists.
Yeah, James McAvoy's character and Samuel L. Jackson, Mr. Glass, and I forget the name of McAvoy's character. Yeah. So yeah, they're both villains.
So yeah, they're villains. So that means Bruce Willis's character would be
the hero.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Lenora Moore says, "I still don't forgive him for Avatar."
Yeah, I don't blame you. Avatar: The Last Airbender. The Last Airbender, which was in my view M. Night Shyamalan's dirt worst movie.
Signs?
No. Signs is like a masterpiece compared to Last Airbender. Like Last Airbender. If you're a fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender, like the Last Airbender movie is offensive. It offended me. Okay, it offended me to my core.
What's going on, Brian?
Hey, welcome, Brian. Signs was a good movie until you realize that the twist is so stupid it undoes the whole narrative. Like, you remember the aliens, their weakness is water?
What the fuck?
What? Like, even one drop of water, it's like burns like acid. Then how could they land on our planet? And there's moisture in the air, so they'd be dead as soon as they get off the ship.
Yeah, you're gonna get mad. You're gonna get mad. Let's move on.
Yeah, but Glass, I'm really looking forward to this film. And also, if you're looking for another good M. Night Shyamalan film that came out recently, in recent years, check out 2015's film The Visit. The Visit is a good horror film.
Okay, and John DePonic says supposedly they stated Kevin Crumb, which is from Split,
Yeah.
was an abusive kid seen briefly at the stadium in Unbreakable, which links to films.
Hey, thank you for that, John. That might be That might be an interesting wrinkle.
Shout outs to Lenore for watching it.
Yeah. So yeah, Glass comes out January 18, 2019. That's one I'm looking forward to for sure.
The Star Trek Discovery trailer actually looks good.
It does. And you know what? I wanted to watch season 1, but it's only on CBS All Access.
Yeah, so it's like the best show that nobody's watching.
Yeah.
I don't know nobody who has CBS All Access.
Yeah. And I think it's a paid subscription service, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Gotta get on that Hulu. Gotta get on Hulu. I think CBS has stuff on Hulu.
yeah, they have some shows on Hulu. So hopefully eventually they'll release season 1 at least on Hulu.
Thank you. And the way they use what's that Lenny Kravitz song in the trailer? Did you watch the trailer?
I didn't get to watch the trailer. I only saw like screenshots.
Check out the trailer. There's a Lenny Kravitz scene. Fly Away.
Fly Away, okay.
Yeah, it fits perfectly in the trailer. So, I mean, they did such a good job. And I'm just like, this is probably the best show. And it's probably the best show that nobody's watching.
Yeah, from what I hear. And also, like, Sonequa Martin Green, she is doing her thing.
She is.
Yeah, Walking Dead, and this show.
I like seeing people. And I think she played Marjorie Tyrell in Game of Thrones.
No. That's another actress.
Okay, it looked a lot like her for a sec. So.
Yeah. So yeah, Star Trek Discovery that's coming out early 2019 on CBS All Access. And there was also another trailer as well that dropped. It's coming out September 7th on Netflix. It stars Kung Fu Hipster Man.
I knew you was going.
The martial arts.
It's Iron Fist.
The martial arts gentrifier, Iron Fist, Danny Rand. Why is he still around? Apparently,
you enjoyed him in Luke Cage, so I don't want to hear it.
In that one episode.
Okay, and another thing too, because I literally, you know how sometimes like we had our episodes, and then you're like, damn, I wish I could have said that. Quick Easter egg.
What was that?
From Luke Cage season 2.
Yeah, what's that?
You know, Luke Cage was reading Between the World and Me by Ta-Nehisi Coates in that show.
I noticed that.
Okay.
Yeah, I did notice that.
Like as I was watching, I'm like, oh shit, I got it right there.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, it was a 60-second trailer, just him fighting some dudes in an back alley. His fist is still glowy, and you know he does the Roman Reigns thing, but except he does it better.
Fist cock.
Yeah.
The fist cock.
Oh yeah.
But I will say this, like I said, the fight coordinator for Iron Fist is actually the same one from Black Panther.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's an improvement.
Danny Rand is the worst. He redeemed himself in season 2 of Luke Cage. My sentiments is that. I'm
gonna say because like I could only stomach 3 episodes of the first season of Iron Fist.
Understandable.
So I will give Iron Fist season 2 a chance. I mean, and there's reason to be optimistic because there's a new showrunner, M. Raven Metzner. She's the new showrunner. I think Metzner did a Sleepy Hollow show on Fox, and Alice Eve, actress from Star Trek Into Darkness, she plays the main villain Typhoid Mary, which was a popular villain in the Daredevil comic series. So there's some elements there, and of course I think Misty Knight's gonna make an appearance.
Yeah, I love it when all the characters tie in together.
Yeah,
I just think it's so dope.
It is. And
when Colleen Wing and Misty Knight
had
their little Daughters of the Dragon moment.
Yeah. So Iron Fist season 2, September 7th. I'm hoping it's a major improvement on the first season because the first season was absolute hot garbage on a platter. It was a landfill inferno. It was a Roman Reigns Brock Lesnar match, it was unwatchable basically. So yeah, hopefully
Animus.
yeah.
So what would you say was better? Iron Fist or Inhumans, and you have to choose one.
Why you gotta make me choose, man?
Because you gotta.
It's like choosing between getting punched with brass knuckles or getting kicked in the balls with an iron boot.
Steel toe boot.
Yeah, steel toe boot, man. Iron Fist. Barely. just barely.
Because Inhumans was awful. I went to IMAX to see the first 2 episodes, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
Appetence. I was hoping for something good because Ramsey Bolton was in it.
Yeah. Although I think you could make a show with that dog.
Lockjaw?
Yeah. I think Lockjaw could have his own show.
He doesn't talk. Speaking of hot garbage, have you brought up DC streaming Teen Titans? Speaking of what, we didn't even bring this up, John Aponic. Thank you for reminding us.
Oh, is he talking about that
The Titans trailer that came out last week?
Oh yeah, which was defined by 2 words?
Yep. Fuck Batman.
Yeah, I was like, done.
Woo!
Okay. Where to begin? Like, okay, in fairness, it may have potential to be good or at least watchable, but taking Titans to that grim, dark, edgelord place, really? Fuck Batman? That's what you're bringing to the table?
Yep. Beast Boy isn't even green.
No, he's not.
Did you see Starfire?
Oh,
Honestly, if somebody said that this was fan made, then people would accept it much better. This is from a studio that got money.
Yo, thank you. Yo,
And it was literally cosplayers. I've seen better cosplayers.
Yo, it thank you, man. That was on the tip of my tongue. Like, this Titans trailer, it had the look and feel of a fan-made YouTube video.
It did.
Yo.
It did. But even then, like, some better ones. Remember the Metroid one we reviewed like 2 years ago?
Oh yeah, I think it was like The Sky Calls or
Something like that. That was even better.
That
Like,
was.
it probably was. It looked just like that, but that was fan-made.
Yeah, and that looked professional.
Exactly. And it's coming from a studio with money. Damn, I'm over here knocking shit over. John Haponic, give it up.
Even see, if John Haponic doesn't like a DC property like Titans, then you know you're in trouble.
Yeah. I want to hear the excuse. Leave Starfire alone. I can see your points.
I mean, it's definitely I still think it's a rather boneheaded direction to take. You don't have to include profanity in this series.
It's a desperate.
It
makes them look desperate. It's like, oh my god, like we need to add swearing because we need to do something.
Yeah, and then they're gonna have a scene of like Beast Boy and Starfire banging just cause.
That's just weird.
Oh,
Wrestling Fantasy Warfare is not even that thirsty for that.
Yeah, you guys are plenty thirsty. I'll
Oh
give you
my
that.
god, that thread.
Y'all, shame. The shame bell rings for y'all on Wrestling Fantasy Warfare. But I'll tell you what's doing Teen Titans right. This Teen Titans Go to the Movies.
Even then, I think they were reaching for a bit. When Deathstroke showed up, he goes, "You're Deadpool. Say something witty to the camera." I'm like, you're kind of reaching.
It's gotten good reviews though. It's gotten very good reviews.
Kids are gonna see it. It's made for kids.
Like it's made for kids, but there's also a bit of charm for adults as well.
They have to. Parents are taking their kids to see it.
But that aside, I know the Titans animated series was pretty popular as well.
Yeah, because kids watch it.
Yeah, and plus it was better written than the DCEU movies.
I think.
So there's that.
But it was a good point. Fuck Batman.
Fuck
and he
Batman.
tried to say it with some bass in his voice too.
Yeah, he sounded like a 12-year-old trying to sound grown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can sound edgy.
He tried. It was the worst Michael Keaton impression I have ever heard in my life.
Fuck Batman. Yeah. Tell me.
DC, don't go chasing waterfalls.
Do you bleed? You will. Remember that from Batman vs. Superman?
Jesus Christ, I try not to remember that movie as much as possible.
Oh, God.
But I will need to remember it for our debate.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Coming soon. And we got some other headlines here that we'll run through as well, moving away from trailers. Nicole Maines joins Supergirl, the TV series, as TV's first transgender superhero. Nicole Maines will be playing Nia Nal in the show's 4th season, which debuts October 14th. I dig this. You know, LGBT breaking new ground in the superhero genre. And Supergirl's gotten some pretty good fan base.
It does. So, I mean, hey, do you?
Yeah, I like it. And speaking of, you know, the transgender community making waves in TV, like I said, Carl, you got to check out Pose.
Why did I see it on on like the TV guide while I was at work, and I'm just like, fucking Victor.
I love that show, man.
Yeah, yes you do.
Yeah.
Yes you do.
Yes. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Because, you know, the balls and the judges have to, you know, give their scores.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, also another superhero movie news. We got some 2 new cast additions to the upcoming animated film Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Nicolas Cage will be playing Spider-Man Noir, and John Mulvaney will be playing Spider-Ham. I don't know what Spider-Man Ham is. Is it a pig in a Spider-Man costume?
Yeah.
Oh, that's money right there. Nicolas Cage and John Mulvaney joined the 3 already confirmed actors in this film: Shameik Moore, who plays Miles Morales, Jake Johnson, who plays Peter Parker, and Haley Steinfeld, who plays Gwen Stacy.
Why does that name Haley Steinfeld sound so familiar?
She was in True Grit, True Grit, the 2010 remake by the Coen Brothers.
Didn't see it.
And she was in, oh man, I know she was in something that I saw relatively recently. I just can't think of it off the top of my head. But,
And Lenora says Pose is dope.
Yes, it is. Thank you. Thank you.
Kyle says, Carl, no monster. What is this world coming to? I didn't work an overnight last night.
Yeah.
And the monster was early this morning. That's my energy drinks are my coffee.
Yes, they are.
It's bad.
And John Haponic says, Spider-Man was awesome. I own an issue from way back in the day.
Closet Marvel fan.
Yep. Oh, that's right. Thank you, John. Edge of 17. That's what Haley Steinfeld was in recently, from 2016. Edge of 17. That was a good movie with Woody Harrelson as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Also, we have a confirmed the main villain for Venom has been confirmed. Tom Hardy, Riz Ahmed, and director Ruben Fleischer showed unfinished visual effects footage of their character at San Diego Comic-Con, and they showed unfinished VFX footage of the character known as Riot, a parasite who can leap from person to person. So it sounds like another symbiote.
Yeah, I heard there's gonna be another one in there, and then possibly it's still saying Carnage might show up.
Hey, I'm down.
Oh man, I would freaking lose my shit if I see Carnage in there.
Yeah, Max.
And I'm talking about real Carnage, not nothing watered down. Like I want to see this motherfucker crazy.
Yeah, tearing shit up, tearing people up.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe perhaps a possible Maximum Carnage film, just R-rated, because this Venom is R-rated. So,
dude, I will fucking scream.
Hey, I'm down. I'm down for it. And Tom Hardy's a great actor too. So, you know, I'm looking forward to this. Even though the trailers, they don't quite get my.
I heard there was actually like an exclusive like trailer that was shown at San Diego Comic-Con that nobody was allowed to like.
Oh, to actually like film or
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So we probably won't get that trailer for like another month or so. Maybe when I go to New York.
Hey, let me know. Venom comes out in October, so we'll definitely review that when the time comes. Also, Disney is bringing back the Star Wars Clone Wars TV series.
Shout outs to Maurice. He watched that heavily.
Yeah, and I heard that's a good show. I actually do want to watch that at some point. The show will return with 12 new episodes on Disney's upcoming streaming service next year. So, hey, new Clone Wars content. I know Clone Wars has gotten tons of praise for its writing. It's basically like what the Star Wars prequel films should have been, from what I understand. And it does look interesting. So, at some point, I'll check out the Clone Wars TV series and maybe even Rebels, because I heard that was good too.
All right. Grant Morrison and Kelly Sue DeConnick to write a new Green Lantern and Aquaman comics. In November, Morrison with artist Liam Sharp will launch a new Green Lantern series featuring Hal Jordan. DeConnick with artist Robson Roca will launch a new Aquaman series. That's all you.
Yeah, Grant Morrison. He did a ton of work with Marvel, and he's also famous for creating some of the best Batman graphic novels in the series history. He wrote whatchamacallit, Arkham Asylum, A Serious House on Serious Earth. He also did Batman R.I.P. And I would love to see what he brings to the table with this new Green Lantern series in November, because the current series is dope. The Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps. There's also another one. It's not written by Grant Morrison, but it came out recently. I think it was either this year or last year. It was a Earth One Green Lantern, which I heard was a really dope single, like, standalone story, which sounds like a completely different retelling of the Green Lantern origin. This one I'm looking forward to. Also, Kelly Sue DeConnick's Aquaman series. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure that will be pretty cool to get into, especially with the film coming out shortly after.
Yeah.
And I'll definitely at some point get into the Aquaman DC Rebirth Universe series. Get back and read the trades for that.
All right, just put it in your box of raw cocos.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. DC's killing it, as I've been saying, they be killing it with the comics game. They can't be stopped. Marvel stuff, while good, maybe not as interesting.
No, they're Ta-Nehisi Coates stuff is on point. I did read World of Wakanda, by the way.
Okay.
That was an interesting story.
That was written by Roxane Gay, right?
Roxane Gay and Ta-Nehisi Coates.
Okay. Yeah. That was dope.
Huh?
That was dope.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And speaking of other Marvel stuff, former Marvel writer, G. Willow Wilson is going to write the new Wonder Woman comic for DC. She's the creator of Kamala Khan's Ms. Marvel, and she's a co-creator. She'll be taking over writing duties for the continuing Wonder Woman Rebirth DC Universe series this fall. G. Willow Wilson and artist Carrie Nord will debut with the Just War in issue 58 on November 14th.
So she must just recently signed to
DC. Yep.
To DC, yeah. So she wasn't necessarily like an independent writer. So.
Yeah. And G. Willow Wilson, like her Kamala Khan Ms. Marvel series, it's actually really cool. Like I think you might dig it. Like if you dig Marvel stuff, like you should definitely give it a chance.
I got the #1 issue with the Kamala Khan, the #1 hip hop cover.
Yeah.
Which was a tribute to the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was a dope cover. Yeah. So yeah, and the Miss Marvel series is interesting. Also, G. Willow Wilson, her life story is pretty interesting in and of itself too.
Really?
Yeah, I think she's she's a white woman who converted to Islam.
Really?
Yeah. Hence her deep knowledge of the Kamala Khan Miss Marvel character. Yeah, you should read up on her.
I'm gonna do that. That's interesting.
I was like, huh,
that's different.
Yeah, so she brings a really interesting perspective to the Miss Marvel comics. So
wow.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing what she brings to the table with Wonder Woman, because that's going to be a really dope collaboration between her and DC. Yep. There's another DC headline here.
You just went DC heavy, huh?
Yeah, there's been a bunch.
Well, yeah, because Marvel wasn't at.
They weren't at that.
Well, there was like a Marvel booth and like a panel or two there, but nothing on the movies.
Oh yeah.
Makes sense. Marvel's doing better. Marvel did better kayfabe than wrestling. And then somebody on Reddit just put, they put on Instagram the reason why Marvel wasn't at San Diego Comic-Con this year. It was Josh Brolin like just laying in the bed, and he just dun, 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 dun. It shows like a headline saying that Marvel Studios was not gonna be at San Diego Comic-Con, and then it just shows Josh Brolin's face, then Thanos' face, and I'm like, that's fucking genius that they did that.
Hey, you know what? Hey, he's caking up.
But Marvel choosing not to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, DC took advantage of it. Like they had the forefront, but it's like it's fucking genius.
Yeah.
Because it's still leaving everybody hanging. Because it's like if Marvel Studios showed up,
yeah,
there'll be tons of questions. What did Thanos do? Where is everybody at? Are they dead? Are they not? And all that. And then it's gonna put the actors in like tough predicaments where they can't say anything.
Yeah, that's true. Like,
what's better to just not show up?
Yeah, and plus there's 2 more Marvel movies. There's Captain Marvel and Avengers 4.
That's it.
Yeah. So yeah, and plus you don't want people like one of the cast members like accidentally like slipping.
Tom Holland.
Yeah. Hey, we're still gonna see it anyway.
Oh yeah, of course. It'll still be better than anything DC produced.
Justice League.
DC, and it'll still be better than the DCEU.
And speaking of DC, we talked about Shazam, the movie, earlier, and DC will be launching a new Shazam comic series this November. Jeff Johns will be writing it, which is awesome, with Dave Eaglesham on the artwork. This will be the first Shazam comic published by DC in many years, so this will definitely tie into the upcoming movie. And Jeff Johns, like, he always puts out that quality work, so you know what? I might give it a shot as well. So,
sure, I remember drawing Shazam when I was like 10.
Oh yeah.
And then for some reason, it was like the basis for like every basic superhero I drew after that.
Yeah. And also, this was mentioned earlier in the episode chat. There will be a Charmed reboot TV series this fall on the CW. The show will star Melanie Diaz, Madeline Mantock, and Sarah Jeffrey. The original series aired from 1998 to 2006. So new fans or old fans of Charmed, or people who want to get into the show, hey, you got this reboot coming out.
Man, my sister Joya loved Charmed.
Oh, okay. So hey, maybe this reboot might be up her alley.
She loved Charmed. Felicia watched Veronica Mars.
I liked Veronica Mars.
Okay, because you actually no, both of them liked Veronica Mars.
Mm-hmm.
I think they have like the first season, and what was? Oh my God, there was one show too that they liked, and I don't think nobody else did.
Mm-hmm.
It was the superhero show with Jessica Alba.
Oh, Dark Angel?
Yes.
Yeah, James Cameron produced that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think like Jessica Alba like broke her neck on the show.
Oh, Jesus. Is that what they canceled?
I think so.
Mm. Yeah, I know. I remember it aired on Fox. And
Yeah,
Fox,
yeah, it did. But Veronica Mars is one they loved.
Yeah. Veronica Mars. That was a dope show. Like the first season is the best one.
I think that's the only one that they owned.
Yeah, which is fine. Like season 2 was good, and season 3 was kind of a little hit and miss, but still had that charm to it. And I haven't seen the Veronica Mars movie though.
I didn't know they made a movie.
Yeah, it was like either a continuation or a conclusion of the
Okay.
series. And last headline here for San Diego Comic-Con, and this one put a smile on my face.
Good.
Hashtag Rally for Rose at San Diego Comic-Con. The website, The Nerds of Color, organized a hashtag Rally for Rose on Saturday, July 21st, in which lots of women dressed in costume as Rose Tico from Star Wars The Last Jedi or wore Obama-inspired Tico t-shirts. The rally was in support of actress Kelly Marie Tran, who starred in The Last Jedi. She was bullied off of social media in June due to constant online harassment from toxic Star Wars fans. And so this Rally for Rose is in support of her.
Good for the nerd community.
Yeah, you know, the toxic fans, and I put fans in air quotes because the toxic fans are not real fans. You know, they don't speak for nerd culture at all. You know, you can't bully actresses off the internet because what kind of person are you? You fucking loser. You know what?
Here we go.
all of you trolls, all of you toxic trolls
Don't bend the our certificate of authenticity for studio headphones.
It's fine. Listen to all you toxic trolls out there, bullying and harassing, not only female fans or LGBT fans off the internet or actresses off the internet because they started a movie that you feel entitled, that you own, that you feel entitled to. Get out of your basements. Stop the chronic masturbation. Lose some weight. All right? Shave the goddamn neck beard. Put the fedora away. All right? Talk to be social. Build up your social skills. Talk to a person of color without dropping the N-bomb. Okay? Go meet a woman. Go meet a man. Go meet somebody who can bring out the best qualities in you. Life is good, in the words of Nas. The world, as effed up as things could be, the life is still good. All right? You don't need to be hateful.
True.
All right? So get off the basement, get all the Cheeto dust off your t-shirt, dress nice, wear something tailored, get a haircut, shave that beard.
Okay.
Be respectable, okay? Good things happen to good people. When you exude good, positive energy, it comes back to you. Surround yourself with positive people, not toxic motherfuckers who enable your stupidity, okay? And that's all I got to say about that.
Can we smile now?
Yes, we can smile.
All right.
So yeah, that's pretty much all the headlines for San Diego Comic-Con. And before we move on, I'm looking at some comments here. Kyle Chapman just left the episode early. He said I gotta go. My nephew thinks my Street Fighter skills are a joke. It's child abuse time.
Sometimes you gotta put in that work. You gotta let these little motherfuckers know.
Hey man, Street Fighter. Yeah, Street Fighter. It gets serious.
You gotta let bitches know.
Oh man, Street Fighter. It's still a thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you have the arcade edition of Street Fighter 5?
No, I do want to get that. Bullet Club versus the Noob Day made me want to get it.
That was a fun.
That has still a fun watch.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Anything you got on your end as far as question of the week or emails?
Yeah, last week's question of the week: who was your favorite rapper turned actor? Mm-hmm. Now, I remember you said.
LL Cool J.
Yeah, you said LL Cool J. Mm-hmm. I topped it and said Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah. Feel it.
You knew the words to that song, didn't you?
I do. I do know the words.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
So, Jessica Concussion said Ice Cube.
Right on.
Craig. Bolero Farm Music. Mm-hmm. Said Kid Rock. Okay, you really just left. John Haponic just said Common because he was in Suicide Squad and he was also awesome in John Wick 2 and some other good supporting roles. Mm-hmm. And then shout outs to the hashtag Blackout Podcast, which we will be collaborating with real soon. He said the Fresh Prince / Will Smith. Can't say I've seen another rapper / actor with that type of acting range. I also would have said Tupac, but well, his career got cut short. But he did have some great films.
Oh yeah, he did.
Jay from the hashtag Blackout Podcast.
Yeah. I had to walk away from that Kid Rock answer.
It's probably wasn't even meant to be taken serious. I can't even remember anything that he did act in.
Unless you count his WWE appearances.
He did with just performances.
Yeah.
And quick interviews. And a Hall of Fame induction speech in the celebrity wing.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't remember him starring in any movies.
Me neither.
Yeah, but Kid Rock, really? Rapper.
So this week's question of the week, we're going to the video game tip. If you can reboot any video game franchise, what would it be?
If I could reboot a video game franchise.
Actually, you know what? I think I've had that one before.
I think you did. It does sound familiar.
Name an underrated video game franchise.
Oh,
your favorite underrated video game franchise.
An underrated, okay. I'm gonna say an underrated franchise is Shadow Hearts, for the PS2. There were 3 games in the Shadow Hearts RPG series. Like those were some unique role playing games. Like if I would love to see either remasters of those or a new Shadow Hearts game, because that would, I'd buy 2 copies.
Okay, I would say the Onimusha series.
Oh yeah.
Even though I've only played the first one, but it's like the first one was alone from that was fire.
Mm-hmm.
But I would take it even further back. Everybody knows what I would say Streets of Rage because I was a big Streets of Rage mark.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Double Dragon.
Okay. Double Dragon was it? Can you really say it's underrated? I mean, because
I enjoyed the cartoon. The games were fun to play.
Oh yeah, they were. Have you played Double Dragon Neon?
No, how recent was that?
I think it was like 2013. It was like a 3D beat 'em up with a 2D side scrolling action. It had a fantastic 80s soundtrack.
Really?
Yeah.
So it was kind of like a Tekken engine.
In a way, kind of. Yeah. It was fun though. But yeah, check out the soundtrack. You can actually download it for free, like online, like from the official website. It's dope.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, what was your favorite underrated video game franchise? I will be on the social medias up in a day or two. That's pretty much it. That's all I got.
Yeah. And you can also catch all of our episodes on Facebook Live, as well as SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, and YouTube. You can also follow us on social media at Facebook, Twitter at Codex Prime Cast, and Instagram, Codex Prime Podcast. Leave us a 5-star review on iTunes.
Yeah, also. And, one more time, big shout-outs to Kyle, Eddie, and Brian for the new UWO podcast, Urban World Order, that we will be guest starring on real soon. We're going to tear them motherfuckers up.
Yeah.
And also big shout-outs to our new sponsor, Studio Headphones. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you very much. Just log on to studio.com. That's SUDIO, and you can get 15% off your order by using the promo code Codex.
Yes, indeed. And tune in next week. We'll be back next Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday. Yep. We'll be back.
Yes.
We'll be back at our normal time.
Yes,
Victor's not throwing our time off again. For now.
Hey, for now, yeah. But we'll be back next Tuesday with a new episode. Same time, 6:15, 6:30 ish. Yeah. We'll go for 6. Yeah.
Be around for 6, but then.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And as always, we will catch you on the flip. Peace out, nerds.
Later.